the first card you have for your past is the Nine of Pentacles. This is quite an Aries card, actually. Okay, so a few things here that I'm seeing. You know, when you look at this woman, obviously she looks really wealthy. She has all this money all over her, and it looks like she's just lazing around in a garden, just enjoying herself. So I think there might have been some kind of assumption made about you, and I think you knew you were being talked about. Someone was talking about you. Maybe they were saying, oh, look at them, they've got everything, lazing around. It's something like that. And I think, yeah, it's unusual for Aries, I know, but I don't think you said anything. I think you wanted to. I think you were kind of weighing it up, because this card can be about choices as well, with these two trees up on the horizon. So I think you're weighing this up, but I think you just decided to say, well, I'm just going to leave it. I don't care. You know, too bad. Forget it. It's not worth this. You wanted to say something. I think this is what you felt about them, because I'm just looking at this woman's dress as well, and there's a symbol that's all over a dress. It's like a flower, but it's also representative of you know, an Egyptian ankh. And that can be about, you know, life. It can also represent a mirror as well. So I think you're really tempted to actually say something. It's like, I want to hold a mirror up to this person and show them what they're actually like. It was a little bit like, they're actually a hypocrite. They're accusing me of things, but they're a lot worse than that. And I want to hold a mirror up to them and show them. That's kind of what I'm getting now. You know, so, and that's usually the case with these kinds of people. They usually accuse other people of the kinds of things they do themselves. So, you know, and Aries can be so brutally honest. Any kind of hypocrisy, any kind of, you know, shadiness, they just want it all brought out into the open. I'm exactly the same. I'm like that too. But what I'm getting here is that, again, you know, you just left it, which is so unusual for Aries. You're just like, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I'm just going to go by myself, mind my own business, which is what this card's about as well, being by yourself. And yeah, okay, so there's a little bit of envy here as well. And I think that's probably where this is coming from, because this woman's obviously wealthy. She looks as if she has everything, and nobody has everything. But I think that was probably what this person's perception of you was, that you had all these things, you were kind of lazing around, you had everything you wanted, and they didn't. That's their perception of you. So, you know, if this all resonates with you, I think you're absolutely right to just leave this. I really think, you know, if you confronted them, I don't think it would change anything. They'd still keep this kind of perception in their mind, and who cares what they think anyway. But it's absolutely a big shift for you. Really is. Normally you'd say something and you didn't. So big change for you. That's what I'm seeing in that card. Okay, so the next card you have for your past is the Knight of Swords. So yes, this is what you're normally like. When someone's like that to you, when someone's talking about you, or kind of saying things that aren't true, or someone's being a hypocrite, this is what you're like. You don't go and attack people, but if someone does this to you, or says something about you or to you, you get really angry and you come out with your sword. That's what you like. So, you know, and I think, and so there was this shift, and you weren't like this. You weren't like this at all. And I think just because there's a shift, it doesn't mean you're not going to be like that ever again with anyone. But, you know, it's the start of something. It's the start of something. And I think, you know, I think also with this situation, you just felt like, you know, I really couldn't be bothered anymore. I don't have the energy. It's not worth it. I don't care. They can say whatever they like. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. The other thing is, there are a few different shifts happening here. It feels like something was finally kind of out of your way as well. It's like you had something in your way and you kind of pushed it out of your way to help you to move forward. This is something that's inside of you. It's something that was internal. I think you might have been holding on to a person, not physically. I don't think you're around this person. It just feels like you finally dropped someone, and it feels like in your heart, out of your heart, I should say. And there's a lot of anger here. I'm getting a lot of anger here mixed up with some hurt. and you were carrying this around for a long, long time, and I think you finally decided to just drop it. That's what I'm getting. It's this feeling of release. It's like, oh, release. I can release this now. So if you have done this, if you recognize this, I think this is going to do two things for you. The first thing is it puts a clear space in front of you. It opens up the universe for you in terms of new possibilities, which is really fantastic. But I think also it's probably going to cause a shift in, I hope this is going to make sense, in what motivates you. It's like, because I think part of your motivation in your past might have been fueled by this anger and these kind of feelings and this holding on to this past and holding on to your anger. It kind of feels a little bit like, right, I'm so motivated. They really let me down. They really hurt me. I'm not going to let them do this to me. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to rise up. I'll do whatever I can. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to do that. I'll show them. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. And I think now that you've kind of let go of that, if you have, you might not have yet, but when you do let go of this, if you haven't already, I'm not saying you're going to struggle to find motivation, because you will find it from other places. But I think there was just so much anger-fueled motivation inside you. And I think letting go of that, it's going to change that for you a bit. It's just going to change the feeling. And so it might feel like your motivation's gone down after that happens, if that resonates. It doesn't mean that that's happening. It just means that you're having a shift in what's motivating you to something else. And when you change from one source of motivation to another one, you just get a little bit of a dip, and it just feels a little bit like, oh, what do I do now? This feels really strange. I don't have anything kind of fueling me. And you will find that it's just a kind of sometimes you have a dip in energy. Sometimes you have a dip in your feet. Sometimes you actually get really tired. Sometimes you just sleep all the time. It might be that, but that's going to, if you are going through that right now, that is going to change. You will find other motivation. But yeah, look at this knight. He's got a clear run in front of him. And so I think letting go of these two things, the kind of wanting to defend yourself and wanting to hold on to this anger or this other person, letting go of those things puts this clear path in front of you, and you can rush off like this knight. You can rush ahead, and it's really exciting, actually, especially for an Aries, to have a clear path in front of you. It feels really exciting to have all these new, fresh possibilities in front of you. So really, really nice there. That's really good. I'm really happy with what I'm seeing. Okay, so the last card you have your past is the Knight of Cups. So yeah, look at the difference between these two knights. This is really interesting, actually, because this is where this path starts to open up. I'm really getting this clearing feeling, clearing, getting things out of the way, to make the new things come in. Lots of positive things. People are going to come in, friends are going to come in, and if you are single, I am seeing the possibility of new love coming in, because you're going to be so much more open. You're not hanging on to that old energy, you're really opening up. So, I think before you had this very closed, slightly angry, feeling a bit held back by all of that, to this opening. And I'll just tell you what I'm seeing in my head while I'm seeing all of this. It's a little flower. It's like a little flower bud. It's all closed up, and it's just starting to open. So that's what's happening now with this. Once you drop these two things, this little bud's going to start to open. And when it's finally fully open, it's blooming. That's you, blooming like a flower, letting all the possibilities coming in, opening yourself up. Everything's going to come into you. And I don't think many people are going to notice this change in you. A lot of changes that you go through, a lot of changes you have gone through, especially in the last few years, a lot of people haven't noticed. They've noticed external changes. They've noticed your circumstances, but not the internal changes. Not a lot of people notice that. You really do. You really feel all those changes. You feel them quite deeply. But a lot of people don't see you as that. A lot of people see you as this kind of very, forceful, very, what's the word, very confident person. You're by yourself, you've got everything, you don't have any worries, a bit like the Nine of Pentacles. That's how a lot of people see you. Inside, you have a lot going on that a lot of people don't see. And again, here's this shift, it's this transformation. This card's about love as well, and platonic friendships as well. So I'm just seeing you being a lot more open to your feelings, to new things, to new people that are coming in up ahead of you in this path that's ahead of you. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's an opening up of this path, and it's an opening up of your heart as well. So it's like when this flower opens, your heart's going to open. Very, very beautiful. I love this. Beautiful change, beautiful transformation. I hope that makes sense, because I was getting a bit tongue-tied in what I was saying. Okay, so the first card you have here present is the Moon, right? So very, very introspective card. A lot of inner thoughts, inner feelings. What's standing out to me in this card is this face in the Moon. And I actually think there is a person's face. There's a face. I know this sounds a bit strange, but there is a person's face. And I think this is someone you used to see all the time. I think for a long time after you stopped seeing this person, it's like you could still picture their face really, really clearly. Their face was on your mind. You had this picture of their face in your mind for a long, long time. There's a certain look about them. It's something about them, might be their eyes, because I think there's something around their eyes. Very distinctive, something very distinctive around their eyes. That's what I'm getting. So, I think you had that face, you had those eyes, especially the full face, on your mind for a long, long time. When you shut your eyes, you could see them, you could see their face all the time. You might have even dreamt about this person. I'm actually seeing strange dreams, bizarre dreams even. That's what this card can be about as well. And now with this big shift, you've lost this person, you've lost the anger, you've lost the hurt. And so now that that's happening, it's like this face is kind of fading out of your mind. It's almost a bit blurry to you now. If you start to picture that, if this is about you, start to picture their face now in your mind and see how clear it is. If it's a bit blurry to you, that means this big shift is happening. That's a sign to you that you're going through this. And it's a big, big positive sign, because you're letting go of that anger, you're letting go of the old stuff, and they're fading out of your mind. The picture of them is fading, and you're starting to open up this path. I think for a long, long time, actually, you might have been waiting for this person to come back. I don't think anyone around you knew this, if this is the case. It's all what was happening inside of you, because that's what this card's about. It's about introspection, your feelings, your inner feelings. So, you're waiting for them to come back, I think, in some form. You might not have wanted them to come back to you as a relationship. It might just be you wanted to talk to them, you wanted to say something to them, you wanted to finish something off. But I think now you've dropped this, you've helped yourself to finish things off. You don't need them anymore to finish this off for you. You can do this yourself. And that's where your strength is. It's like, I don't need this person to finish things off. I don't need to talk to them. I can do that by myself. So again, you've dropped this. That's what this is showing me. And look at this path that's in front of this lobster. It's a beautiful big golden path. It's a clear path, and you have that clear path ahead of you. Very, very nice. So I'll go on to the next card, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So now that you've got this clear path, there's a lot more opportunity in front of you. I'm seeing work things, money, all of that kind of thing. And this is about nurturing as well. I'm getting a lot of protection here as well, wanting to help people, wanting to take care of people. I'm seeing family around this. There's a little bit of conflict here as well. If you feel as if you're not doing enough for your family, or if someone's giving you that idea that you're not, and by family, I don't mean, if you're married and you have children, I don't mean your immediate family. I don't mean your husband or your wife or your partner and your children. I don't mean that. I mean, parents, relatives, sisters, uncles, all of that kind of thing, family outside of your nuclear family. Um, if you are feeling as if, oh, I'm not doing enough for them, I'm not doing enough, they don't think I care about them, they do. I just need to tell you that. I have to tell you that you do. They know that you care for them. They know that you're generous. They absolutely know that. You know that as well. You know that as well. It feels like there's a little bit of, I'm getting gossip or talk or something like that. And I think this might be this person in the Nine of Pentacles, because it's about someone who has this distorted view of you. And it's kind of like, oh, look at the Aries person. They look like this Nine of Pentacles. They've got everything they want. They're lazing around in the garden, all these coins around them, all these grapes around them. They're so lazy and everyone else needs their help and they're not doing anything. That's the kind of, they might not be saying exactly that, but that's the kind of thing that they've got in their head. That's the kind of thing they're spreading around. You did let this go, if that's what I'm seeing in both of these cards. And I'm glad you did do that. But this is just for reassurance. I just want you to know that if you are getting this feeling, that if you are questioning yourself when you hear this, oh, maybe I'm not doing enough, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I am lazy, you're absolutely not. Your family appreciates you. People, if it's not your family, if it's your friends, whoever this is about, I was seeing family, but whoever this is about, they know that you care about them. They know that, you want to protect them, and they know that your intentions are good. So just know that. The other thing I'm seeing around this card is practical love, because obviously this queen is nurturing this coin. She's looking at this coin as if she loves this coin. And pentacles obviously are very practical. So practical love. Now, I think this person that you used to think about all the time and dream about, I think this is probably an ex. I think deep down, you've probably always known that, on a practical level, it would have been really, really difficult for you as a couple to be together and sustain a relationship in the long term. I think there are a lot of practical barriers between you. I don't know whether you had a distance between you. I don't know whether there was some kind of other practical problem there. I don't know, could be anything. But there was some kind of practical barrier between you, or several. And, I think you could see that at the time when you're around them. But, when you're in love, sometimes your heart gets in the way of practical thoughts. Happens to me all the time. So I think now what this is showing me is that, you might be looking back on all of this and you're just thinking something like, okay, now that I've dropped this, now that I've completely let go of the anger, the hurt, everything else, I can see this objectively. And I'm saying, it wouldn't have worked anyway. It wouldn't have worked. I can see there was this reason, there was that reason, this problem, that problem. It would have never have worked. So, that's what I'm getting. You're kind of having this realization. And if you are single right now, and if you are looking for someone, that's what you're going to be looking for from now on. A practical love, someone who fits in with your lifestyle practically, someone who meets a kind of practical criteria, if that makes sense. Someone who's on your level. Now, that doesn't mean you're all snooty and you're like, oh, I'm up on this high level, I want someone who's on that level. It's not like that. It's someone who you can really, really work with in a practical way, someone who's going to be around you, who's going to understand you on all these levels, understand all the demands on your time, and you're going to understand them. And just someone who you can have a future with practically. So that's what you're going to be looking for. And I think, sometimes as an Aries, you don't like looking back. But I think looking back and realizing this and looking at this objectively, that's another thing that's kind of opening up this path to you, because it's opening up what you really want as you move ahead up this path. It's kind of preparing you for this shift. So that's a really, really good thing that I'm seeing there. So I hope that resonates, because it's really, really good.